It's the home opener. It's the war on M24. Oh, what the heck. It's Lake Orion, Oxford. We've got it all for you here on Orion Neighborhood Television. Good evening, everyone. I'm Doug Corliss, along with Chris Frisching for a 15th season. And it is Lake Orion, Oxford. Chris, Lake Orion started out with a barn burner in week 1 at Michigan, came back last week and pretty much dominated Harper Woods. They've kind of been under the radar, but they're a good team this year.
They're a very good team, and they've got so many weapons on the offensive side of the football. You know, Billy Roberson had 4 touchdowns in week 1. He had 1 last week. T.R. Hill had 1 rushing touchdown in week 1. He had 2 last week. Jackson Vasquez had a big touchdown run, 64 yards in week 1. And then, by the way, you got senior Raymond Payne, who had a touchdown last week. I mean, so they've got weapons everywhere. If you focus on one player, you've got other players to focus. They can run inside, they can run outside, they can throw the ball. So they've got weapons, they've got flexibility. That's really nice offensively. Defensively, you know what? Yeah, they did give up a number of points in week 1. 3 touchdown passes. 1 happened to be an 82-yarder. But last week, the defense didn't give up any points. They gave up 6 points. That was on special teams. Yep. Didn't give up anything defensively. So you're right. Between week 1 and 2, that focus was really important on the defensive side of the football, and you saw that last week, and they'll expect to do that again today. And
that's a big leap. We've always talked about the improvement in the team between week 1 and week 2. Oxford, disappointing season last year. They were 1-8. Talked to Coach Line before the game. He really likes this squad. They started out with a loss week 1 and then beat Oak Park last week. Before we came to the stadium tonight, I was concerned because they have so many players going both ways that the heat might be a factor. It's a beautiful night. It's perfect football weather tonight.
Exactly.
But they're a good squad this year.
They are. And you know, Coach Line, they lost 20-6 to Utica Eisenhower that first game, and he said he felt that they won the physical battle against Eisenhower that night. They just lost 4 or 5 plays. It just didn't go their way. They didn't capitalize. He likes their senior leadership. He likes the athletes that they have on the football field, and he just said after week 1, we just got to go back to work and tweak a couple things, turn some wrenches, if you will, and that's what they did last week in that win over Oak Park. So, you know what an Oxford football team is all about. Zach Line played in it, in the program. He's now coaching in it. You know what they're going to be. They're going to be tough. They're going to be physical, and the rivalry in and of itself brings the best out of everybody.
In the OAA, I guess the best way to put it is the dogfight's already on, and it's week 3. You got West Bloomfield, Lake Orion, and Adams all at 3-0. Oxford and Stony Creek right behind them at 1-1. And the surprise so far is Clarkston's 0-2. That's not going to last for long.
No, and that's why, again, how many years have we said the OAA Red is one of the best conferences divisions in the entire state of Michigan? Because now, in week 3 of the season, the next 5 weeks, that's the OAA Reds playing each other. And this is where the true teams are going to come to the forefront. Everyone's going to beat up on one another. Yeah. And so that's why tonight's game in the OAA Red is a huge game for both teams. Not only because it's the rivalry, Orion-Oxford, but it's the fact that the OAA Red is so difficult, you've got to come out with a victory if you can.
And next week, West Bloomfield's playing Stony Creek tonight. And by the way, next week, right here, West Bloomfield at Lake Orion.
Let's focus on first things first, right?
Yeah.
Let's get this one if you're Lake Orion, and get this one and then focus on that. But you're right. I mean, it's just like the best of the best, and hopefully that's what you want to strive to. And no matter what type of program you are, you want to strive to be playing the best. And week in, week out, we witness that. They witness that, and that's why this is high school football in the state of Michigan. No place we'd rather be than right here.
You're right there. Wait till the drums go by. It is week 3. It is Lake Orion, Oxford. We need say no more. Stay with us. Pre-game has been underwritten by Malash's Palace, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. The Malash family has been servicing Lake Orion's automotive needs since the 1950s. Stop by at 3800 South Lapeer Road in Lake Orion or give them a call at 248-393-2222.
Orion Township invites families to come out to beautiful Camp Agawam on Saturday, September 23rd for the Fall Festival of Family Fun. The event runs from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. and includes fun activities for the whole family, including crafts, a petting farm, hay rides, carnival games, and a whole lot more. And believe it or not, parking and admission are free. There's nothing like celebrating the first day of fall in Michigan with the entire family. For more information, you can call 248-391-0304, extension 3500, or visit orionparks.com.
Oxford football is brought to you by the Detroit Wing Company of Oxford, located on the northeast corner of Drainer and Lapeer. Offers 20 signature sauces for their classic wings. Their boneless wings, the menu also includes signature crispy chicken sandwiches, mac and cheese, poutine, and so much more. Happy hour 20% off wings, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. until 4 p.m. Stop by and pick up your entire tailgate for the big game.
Bank, we know providing the best banking experience comes from building long-lasting relationships with you and the communities we serve. That's why we've been striving to do this since our inception in 1884. We've learned a thing or two about what it means to have a friend you can bank on. Providing quality products to help you achieve your financial goals, we strive to offer a personalized approach, community involvement, and innovative ways to meet our customers wherever they are. Bank online or in person. Oxford Bank, delivering value for life. Proud sponsor of Oxford football.
Tonight's Varsity football game. At the San Diego Lions, the privilege of this event was in the hospital of Varsity football and continue to run for the freedoms we enjoy. Let us now honor and respect their efforts in our country. Civilian gentlemen, please remove your hats. All veterans, we encourage you to render the appropriate salute. And everyone who's able, please stand at attention. Place your hand over your heart as we proudly sing our national anthem. Welcome to the podium, Lake Orion High School Assistant Band Director, Caitlin Jenks, as she leads the Dragon Marching Band in the Star Spangled Banner. cross-country teams. As you may have heard, the teams joined together today as a running community to deliver the football for tonight's game. From Oxford to Orion, the Ridge Valley, from 42.
Our first quarter sponsor is underwritten by Jets Pizza. Jets Pizza with 2 convenient locations in the Orion area. Proud supporters of ONTV since 2009. For more information, visit jetspizza.com. And the scoreboard for the first half of this game is brought to you by Michigan United Credit Union. The full-service financial institution serves everyone who resides, works, worships, or attends school in Michigan. Give them a call at 248-814-4000 or visit their website for more information. Cloudy night tonight and cool for the weather they've had. Good crowd here tonight, as there always is for Lake Orion Oxford. Orion won the toss and deferred. They will kick off. Number 11, Bill Hoffman, Jr., kicker and linebacker, has it teed up on the 40. Referee Wally Rose blows his whistle. And we're underway. Line drive kick hits at the 20 and goes into the end zone, where Oxford will take over 1st and 10.
You talked about a good crowd. I mean, I don't know what the theme night is tonight, but red, white, and blue everywhere on one side. I think I see it on this side as well.
Yeah.
But green and white versus those colors from yellow. From Oxford.
Oxford comes out, I formation in the backfield. Motion to this side. Handoff. Tailback up the middle. Number 31, Luke Johnson, breaks it over the 30 and out to the 34-yard line. Call it the 35. It's 1st and 10 for Oxford. Nothing fancy, just off tackle.
No, nice tough run by Luke Johnson. As he got in the open field, he broke the tackle, and nice stiff arm. Johnson had over 100 yards rushing in that first game against Utica Eisenhower in week 1.
2 tight ends, wing right, now motion to the far side. Handoff taken by the outback, number 12, Liam O'Neill. He's dropped for about a 4-yard loss at the 31. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Austin Kahn made the play, but it was Caden DeGraffenried, KD, who did the nice job of setting the edge, forcing the back inside to where Kahn was for the loss of 3.
So 2nd down and 13. Ball set on the right hash. Wildcats come out. Twins left, single wide right, single back in the backfield from the gun. Handoff back to Johnson again. He gets back near the original mark. It'll be 3rd down, and they're going to call it 9.
Austin Kahn over there, that left cornerback, doing a nice job of forcing Johnson out of bounds.
Number 3, Jack Hendricks, is the quarterback for the Wildcats. He's a sophomore. Coach Line's very high on him. Twins left, single wide right. Hendricks on the run, taken down after about a yard gain by KD Graffenried.
Yeah, I mean, the fast flow, 6'2", 220 pounds. He's committed to playing football at Howard University next year. I mean, multiple Division I offers. He's fast. He can play, and he's fun to watch. He made a big play on 3rd down for the Dragons. So
it's 4th and 8. The Wildcats drop into punt formation. Number 7, Drew Cady, is back deep. And Jackson Vasquez back to return for the Dragons. Short punt. We're going to let it hit. Hits about the 30, takes a Dragon bounce to the 31, and that's where the Dragons will start off 1st and 10. Good start for that Dragon defense.
Building off of last week. 28-6 victory over Oak Park down there. See how the offense starts off this first drive.
T.R. Hill leads him out. Billy Roberson's in the backfield. Raymond Payne and Vasquez lined up left. Now Vasquez splits right. Sets up on a wing right. And Lake Orion's going to have to take a timeout. They had some problems setting up their formation, and TR did the smart thing and called time. 9:28 to go, no score. Glad you're with us on a cloudy and cool Friday night in Lake Orion.
It's strange because this is week 3 and this is the first Lake Orion home game.
It is. It's odd.
I mean, technically.
It was hot this week. And then all of a sudden tonight, like I said, when I was writing up pregame, I'm thinking heat's going to be a factor for these guys on Oxford playing both ways. Dom Novak splits out wide left. Vasquez in a slot left. Payne split right, now goes in motion. He gets the toss. Gets around the left end. He's got a first down and more up to and over midfield. Raymond Payne on the sweep, and he gets it up to midfield. It'll be 1st and 10 for Lake Orion.
It's technically a pass because the pass is going forward, so it's a completion 1 of 1, 18 yards, take the first down. So, but it's that speed, that getting to the edge, that Lake Orion's had success with so far this year.
Billy Roberson up the middle, cuts it outside, gets about 4. It'll bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, Coach Bell said at the beginning of the year that, talking about Billy Roberson, he said, we returned one of the state's best running backs in Billy Roberson. In fact, he said Billy might be the best back this school has ever had. Now, Lake Orion has had some outstanding backs. Think of that. Think of that praise right there for Billy. And we've seen it for the last couple years.
Yes, we have. Payne in motion, takes the handoff, and he's dropped immediately.
Penalty on the far side of the field came in late.
Evan Geringer came in from his defensive back position and stoned him.
It looked like Dom Novak missed his block or slashed inside, and that's what blew up the play in the backfield. There is a penalty on the far side, though.
Yeah. It's a procedure call against the Dragons, declined by Oxford. They'll keep the down box moving and make it 3rd down and 10 from midfield. Jamari Cooper lines up wide right. Dom Novak splits wide left. Payne in a slot, Vasquez in a slot right. TR back to throw. Looking, trying to cut back. Gets an opening, gets a block. Throws deep downfield. Caught! What a catch by Dom Novak.
Great catch, great poise, great composure, but
there is a flag.
offensive linemen, I think, were downfield on that play. I think they thought TR was going to run. Ineligible man downfield is my guess.
Yep, exactly. Number 54 is Landon Morris, junior offensive lineman. And you're right, Chris, that play took so long to develop to where he decided he was going to throw that those linemen don't know.
Yeah, and that's tough to communicate because TR is such a versatile athlete quarterback that, you'd think he would tuck it and run, but he did a nice job of coming back across the grain and looking downfield. He was composed enough and to be able to see that, have the vision. And that's the growth you're seeing already in TR Hill from last year.
3rd and 15. TR drops, gets a block, looks, throws. Oh, the ball jumped about 3 times. Billy Roberson had a shot at it and just couldn't hold on, and the Dragons will have to punt. Bill Hoffman drops back in punt formation for the Dragons. And Liam O'Neill is back deep for Oxford. Wobbly kick. Takes a Lake Orion bounce, stays in bounds, down inside the 10 to the 6. It was a low, wobbly punt, but took a Lake Orion bounce and just kept going down to the 6, where Oxford will take over 1st and 10. Today's game is a copyrighted presentation of Lake Orion High School's Dragon Broadcasting Program and Orion Neighborhood Television. The Lake Orion Broadcast Program has been awarded the title of Best Overall Program in the country. We bring to you over 80 live sporting events and will match that this year. Plus, you can catch our award-winning daily newscast, LOAM. Tune in at dragonbroadcasting.com. Luke Johnson on the run. No gain. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Yeah,
2nd and 10.
I'm sorry, Doug. DeBrinket got in so fast, and Johnson had to cut back inside, and he kind of slipped on his cut to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So 2nd and 10, and you won't see the ball in the air a lot with Oxford. They like to run it and grind it. Motion far this side. Handoff up the middle again. Number 31, Luke Johnson on the run. He's got a 1st down at the 19-yard line. 6:54 to go here in the 1st. No score.
Nice design, little trap play up the middle.
Two wides, motion this side. Hendricks on the pass. And the flag came in late. It looked like a great pass breakup. Broken up.
Technique was good. He had the proper hand up on the wide receiver, which was the left hand, but I think it was that right arm that was wrapped around just a touch early. That's why they made the call.
Austin Kahn on the coverage for the Dragons. So that'll be a 1st down out to the 34. Yeah, Austin Kahn was one of the ones that Coach Bell talked to us about pregame, is doing so well this year. Handoff up the middle, tripped up and dropped for about a half-a-yard loss.
He was tripped up because Ryan McCartan was in there in the backfield, getting good penetration.
Liam O'Neill again on the carry. 2nd and 10. Single wide. Now motion this side. Hendricks back to pass. Being pressured, down he goes. Brandon Nepchuk and others.
Yeah, Carson Negri was the one who forced him up into the pocket into the other Dragon defenders. And you've seen some good pressure, some good penetration by that Dragon defensive line so far and the linebackers.
We talked about this in pregame. They really got it together last week. They're playing really well so far tonight.
Yeah, they're a little young up front, but yeah, they got a lot of good football players who are going to play hard, and that's the key. And so you're seeing that right now. They're playing hard. And 3 games into the season, they got a little experience under their belt.
3rd and 14, 4 wides. Complete. Hendricks put it on a rope to Evan Geringer. Oxford going hurry up.
Really good pitch and catch by Hendricks.
They're looking. Oxford came up to the line right now. Now they're calling it a first down. Oxford was going to hurry up to the line, and the official said, wait a minute, we're going to see if it is indeed a first down. And it was.
And that's why Oxford rushed to the line, because they wanted it just in case it wasn't. Now they can reset and call the play.
1st and 10 from the 44, I formation in the backfield. Toss back. Johnson's in the clear, and he's going to go. Luke Johnson found a hole and turned the Jets on.
56-yard. You're darn right he turned the Jets on.
Usually we talk about a runner getting past that first wave. There was no second wave for the Dragons. Everything was playing in close.
Well executed by Oxford.
Jay Cady, senior captain, is on for the extra point. Ball's down. Kick is up. And the kick is good. 4:53 to go here in the first. Oxford goes out to a 7-0 lead. Once again, let's watch this again.
Nice cutback right there and just a missed tackle.
Yep. Ryan McCartan had a shot at him and just couldn't get a hold of him. Once again, replays for this game are sponsored by Jets Pizza. Jets Pizza with 2 convenient locations in the Orion area. Proud supporters of ONTV since 2009. For more information, visit jetspizza.com.
6 plays, 93 yards, time of possession, 2 minutes and 43 seconds, a 56-yard touchdown run by Luke Johnson. He had 67 yards on that drive alone. And that big 3rd down conversion was the key.
And this is what Oxford does. They will run it right down your throat. Although we did see Hendricks throw a couple good balls on that drive. High end over end kick into and out of the end zone. The Dragons will take over 1st and 10 on their 20. Hey, filmmakers, be ready. The Wildwood Film Festival will be kicking off on Thursday, October 5th at the Orion Neighborhood Television Studio located at 1349 Joslyn Road. Teams will be given their requirements, which include a prop, location, and line of dialogue that is to be included in their film. You will have until 6 p.m. on Tuesday, October 10th to submit the film, and I'll finish this after this play. Dragons come out, double wide, double slot, single back in the backfield. T.R. Hill from the gun. Handoff, Roberson trying to break it outside. Gets maybe one, and a flag comes in. Dom Novak is signaling that it's against Oxford.
So if you look at the last 2 games, Lake Orion's been in this situation in those first 2 games. They've been down the first score. So nothing new so far.
Face mask, 5-yard face mask against the defense. So that will make it 1st and 5 from the 25. Twins left. Tight formation along the line. Roberson again breaking it outside. Turning the Jets on. He's over midfield, still going, cuts it inside, and he's going to go. Billy Roberson from 75 yards out. That's what Howard University saw in that young man. What a job of weaving through traffic.
You're right, weaving through traffic, but look at the green down here making those blocks or setting up little angles for Roberson to make the cuts when he needed to. Great job everywhere by the Dragons. That's how you get back into a football game. Answer a score with a score.
Hoffman on for the extra point. Ball's down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 4:21 to go. Here in the first, we're tied at 7. And to finish my read from before that touchdown play, on Wednesday, we're going to watch the replay again.
Good block there, good block on the perimeter.
And look at him turn the speed on right there.
But look at the help downfield. 1, 2, 3 green jerseys all going down to make blocks, knocking a guy down. Johnson's trailing, thinking he's going to get Roberson, but no, he's not. Tied it up just like that.
Okay, on Wednesday, the Wildwood Film Festival films will be viewed and judged at 7 p.m. at the Oxford 7 Cinema in Oxford, open to all ages. It costs $25 per team to enter, and the winners will receive a cash prize. The contest benefits the North Oakland Community Coalition program. To register, go to www.orionontv.org or call 248-393-1060. Line drive kick taken on the 6, up to the 20, 25, and down over to 30 at the 31 is
Owen Pavlock.
Yeah, Owen Pavlock, number 13, junior. So Oxford takes over. 1st and 10, they're calling it the 32. Try to set that Dragon defense. Lane Garris is up front, Ryan McCartan. Trey Pakmara at one corner position. Hendricks throws out of bounds. '73 Brandon Nupchak, we've called his name tonight. Lane Garris.
Yeah, Peyton McIntyre. Ryan McCartan were in there in the pressure, forcing the errant throw.
Carson Negri at a linebacker position. Keely Rush at another linebacker position. Second and 10. Hit in the backfield and taken down.
To Graffenried coming off the edge.
And Peyton McIntyre cut in like a shot. Yeah, DeGraffenried is a force to be reckoned with from that linebacker position. It's 3rd and 11 for Oxford. Pass over the middle, caught and dropped. And there's going to be another flag coming out, this time against Trey Pakmara.
There's 3 of them out there.
Yeah.
They all saw the same thing, I guess.
I think Trey tried to climb his back, and that'll draw it every time. So that'll be a first down. The ball will be spotted on the 46.
Yep. You're right. All over his back, can't do that. And that's even though it was a penalty conversion, they converted on a 3rd down.
Yep.
So that's last 2 drives, 2 big 3rd down conversions for the Wildcats.
Single wide out. Now handoff up the middle. There goes Johnson again. Inside the 10 and taken down at the 1. Luke Johnson did it again. And let's give some credit to that offensive line of the Wildcats. They're opening up holes for Johnson.
And Johnson really, I mean, obviously he's a long strider and he's got some speed, but he's got good vision as well. And that's what you got to be if you want to be a good running back, and he's got that.
Handoff into the line, maybe a yard loss. They're going to mark it down. The nose of the football is touching the 2. So 2nd and goal. High formation in the backfield. Johnson in for the score. He's done it all tonight. From 3 yards out, they're calling it. Katie on for the extra point. Ball's down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 2:35 to go here in the first. It's now 14-7 Oxford. And just broke it outside, and Pakmara tried to square up on him, and Johnson just kind of pushed him out of the way.
5 plays, 68 yards, time of possession 138. 3-yard touchdown run by Luke Johnson. Luke Johnson, 53 yards on that particular drive himself.
He's over 100 yards, and he's only in the first quarter. So Katie will kick off. Raymond Payne and Jackson Vasquez back deep for the Dragons.
We talked about it at the pregame about how Coach Line in week 1 thought they won the physical battle. Even though they lost the game, they won the physical battle. Well, guess what? In the first 9.5 minutes or so, you're seeing Oxford's coming off the ball and making some plays and making some holes for Johnson to get through.
That offensive line, just say they've done their job tonight so far.
But is that's not a surprise if you're Oxford. You know what to expect when you're playing this game. You know the type of brand of football that Oxford wants to play, and whether you can simulate that in practice during the week, that's the challenge.
It's hard to do that in practice when you've got that's a constant. Your scout teams have problems trying to replicate that. Trips to the right, single wide left. TR on the carry. Slips and goes down about the 24-yard line. It'll be second down.
Guess who was in there? I know he'll get credit for the tackle. He didn't touch him. He touched him down. He was down. He slipped. TR slipped. But guess who was there on the tackle?
Probably Johnson.
Luke Johnson.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
TR on the throw. Raymond Payne's got it. Tried to cut it inside and got dropped at the 28. It'll be 3rd and 2. I won't be surprised if Johnson is driving the school bus back to Oxford tonight. So it's 3rd and 2 for the Dragons. Billy Roberson, can he get there? No, he can't.
Sean Wilson, captain, came from his linebacker spot and disrupted that play. And
so it's 4th and 1, and Coach Bell's going for it. Now they're going to punt. So Hoffman is in punt formation. Takes a Dragon bounce inside the 15 and down to the 13-yard line. So Hoffman's going to have some pretty impressive punting stats.
58-yard punt.
As Oxford will take over 1st and 10. Let's call it the 13-yard line.
Well, that was one of the things they focused on this week. Last week, they gave up 2 big plays on special teams. 85-yard punt return, a 58-yard kickoff return. So that was a point of emphasis this week coming into Oxford.
So Oxford takes over. Ball's spotted the center of the field on the 13. 31.8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It's been an exciting first quarter. And timeout. They're calling a timeout, and that's something that no offense wants to do, is just get out to take the field. And for whatever reason, they use up that 25-second clock. Next thing you know, they got to call a timeout.
But you're this deep in your own territory, you want to make the right decision. Right. So you do call it timeouts as opposed to taking the delay of game or misalignment of personnel or what have you. So good choice. For the Cats. I see on the scoreboard it says the Cats.
Yeah.
I've not seen that one before. It's always...
No, I know they've had Oxford up there before. I've never seen just Cats. So hopefully defensive coordinator Rick Powell had a chance to settle his troops down a little bit. They'll make adjustments all through the game. 1st and 10. Johnson again, and this time he's brought down after about a 6-yard gain.
Having a ton of success up the middle. Johnson finding his way through the holes.
Well, we were going to have a replay, but the screen went blank.
That's the end of the first quarter.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter. We played one. It's Oxford 14, Lake Orion 7. A Larry Buss and the crew at Jets Pizza, as a matter of fact, located at 1091 South Lapeer Road, have been a proud supporter of Orion Neighborhood Television and Dragon Athletics since 2009. Jets supplies catering for cast and crew. Thank you, Larry, for your continued support. Give them a call at 248-814-7559, not only for more information, but to order dinner. And the second quarter is underwritten by Detroit Wing Company. Established in January of 2023, Detroit Wing Company in Oxford, located on the northeast corner of Drainer and Lapeer Roads. They offer 20 signature sauces for their classic wings, boneless wings, and hand-battered chicken tenders, with guest favorites including honey barbecue, garlic parmesan, classic buffalo, honey chipotle, whiskey barbecue, and sweet heat. And we'll finish this read after this play. Handoff up the middle. Johnson stood up and backed up.
Andrew Parker, DeGraff and Reed in on the stop that time.
Tyler Ratliff was in there to stand him up. Gain of about 1. It'll be third down and 3. Just underway here in the second quarter. Oxford leads 14-7. Wideouts each side, I formation in the backfield. Batted. Caden DeGraff and Reed again got in there.
Great job of getting into the line of sight, or the passing lane of the quarterback, and that ball still almost got to the intended receiver, but just a little bit short. He had to come back for it, dive for it. Incomplete. Nice stand by the Dragons defense.
So it's 4th and 3. Drew Cady back to punt. Vasquez back deep, sets up office on the Lake Orion 40. Almost blocked, might have gotten a piece of it. Vasquez picks it up, stiff arms one man, and there's a flag came out late. That could have gone either way. Vasquez was fighting for an extra yard. It may be a hit out of bounds. It's against Oxford. They're calling it a late hit out of bounds. So the ball will move. Roberson cuts it inside. Brought down inside the 20. Nifty inside run by Billy Roberson.
He runs. He's got the speed to get to the outside. He's got the power to be able to run up the middle, and he saw a combination of both right there.
So 1st and 10. TR back, throws to Payne. Got a blocker out front, gets down inside the 10. They'll mark him down at the 9. Had a nice conversation with Billy Roberson pregame. And he said that he's actually originally from the Washington, D.C. area. And he said it seems like going to Howard is like going home for him. Billy cuts it upfield, gets it outside, and he's in. Touchdown, Lake Orion Dragons. he stopped and started about 3 different times on that run and got it in the end zone.
And when you do that, you put that defender in a situation where I got to stop, I got to cut back, what do I got to do? And you saw that defender freeze for a second. That's all he needed to do to spring himself into the end zone.
And there was a penalty on the play, which unfortunately I did not see. It's being backed up. It's going to be 2nd down and about 7 from the 14-yard line.
Neither of us saw it, Doug.
No. And we have a timeout taken by Oxford. Continuing a conversation I had with Billy Roberson, I asked, I said, did it make it a little easier on you to get your commitment done early? And he said it took a weight off his shoulders. He said he's going where he wanted to go. He said the campus felt like home to him, and I think he'll do very well at Howard University. He and DeGraff and Reed as well, both going to Howard.
They got some football players. They got some good kids. They got some good student athletes. That's neat to see.
So it's going to be 2nd and 7 from the 14-yard line. A touchdown was called back. Roberson on the carry down to the 10. Third down and 3 for the Dragons. Trips to the right. Billy Roberson trying to cut it upfield. He's got the first down. Inside the 5. It'll be 1st and goal for the Dragons. Jamari Cooper splits right. Payne and Novak split left. TR on the carry. He's in. Touchdown, Lake Orion Dragons. And that is the thing that you love to see when they start keying on one back. Not a problem. The quarterback will just tuck it and take it in.
Right. Again, when you focus on a guy like Roberson, you focus on a guy like Payne, guess what? Get TR the ball. You know what TR stands for?
Well, what's that?
Touchdown run.
Touchdown run.
That's what he had.
Okay.
From 5 yards out.
I was going to say it was Tristan something, but touchdown run suits it just fine. Hoffman on for the extra point. Dragons were short alignment. Ball's down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 9:17 to go in the second. We're tied at 14.
One minute 52 seconds, 5-yard touchdown run by TR Hill. 5 plays. $39 yards, because they had the penalty, that's right.
Yep.
Late hit out of bounds on the punt return.
So the Dragons tie it up midway through the second. Hoffman will kick off. Owen Pavlock is back deep.
Roberson over 100 yards already this game as well. That 75-yard run helps a little bit, but We're seeing some good backs. We're seeing some good football. Fairly mistake-free, too.
Yes. Pavlock takes it on the 4. Tries to cut it outside. Up over the 30 to the, over the 35 to the 37, they're going to call, 36 they're going to call it. Where Oxford will take over 1st and 10. Yeah, this is going to be a track meet tonight. You got 2 good backs, and they're putting on a show.
You think they were talking about this game in the schools of both schools all week long?
Probably. It's one of those things that happens every year. They circle this date on the schedule. Twins for Oxford, I formation in the backfield. And Johnson was stoned at the line. No gain, it'll be 2nd and 10.
Carson Negri, Joseph DeBrincat in on the stop.
DeBrincat has played some good football here. Same formation, a little motion inside. Pass is completed. Hendricks throws a pretty good ball.
Yeah, it's a tough pass, too. He's rolling to his left and kind of throwing back to the crossing route to his right.
Oxford going hurry up. They didn't get it. They did not get it. They got maybe a half yard. It's going to be 4th down and the length, not even the length of a football.
Try to draw them off sides.
Yeah, they are.
Well, the offense.
The offense jumped. So that'll back them up 5. And it might make their decision a little easier.
It might, but here's my question. You've got a kid in Luke Johnson who has just run all over the Dragons, over 100 yards this first half, and a 3rd and short, you try to sneak it, and then 4th you try to draw him off sides.
Yeah.
I just
quick snap it and give it to your big guy.
Absolutely. I mean,
we got our monitor back up.
Go with what has gotten you here to this point in time.
Yep. So Oxford's in punt formation. Low punt. Good job by Katie to pick it up and get the kickoff. And it's caught at the 25-yard line where the Dragons will take over 1st and 10. Another sponsor for our second quarter is Builders Custom Flooring. It's a family-owned and operated flooring business located conveniently in downtown Lake Orion. Their showroom floor features a selection of hardwood flooring, carpet, luxury vinyl, and a wide variety of tile and backsplash. For more information about Builders Custom Flooring, visit their website at builderscustomflooring.com. 1st and 10 for the Dragons. Roberson on the carry. Gets about 3 and was stoned as he got about to the 32-yard line.
That was a physical hit by Dean Rice there, but there's a couple times tonight where I've seen backs. It looks like they're making cuts. I don't know if they're slipping or not, but I don't know if it's because Rice was there to make the play, but it looked like Roberson slipped a little bit before he got hit by Rice.
2nd down, double wide, double wing. Reverse to Raymond Payne. He's through out to midfield, and he's brought down. And we have a player down for the Dragons. The ball will be spotted at midfield, trying to see who's down.
And Raymond Payne's a kid who every time he touches the ball, he can score. He's got that speed, he's got that vision, he's got that quickness. Get him the ball in open space. Get a lot of these guys on the Dragons in open space, and good things happen.
Chelsea Hanning out to see to the downed player. While we have a minute.
Hey, make sure you tune into replays of your favorite games right here on ONTV. Tune in on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 7 p.m., Saturdays at 1 p.m. for the most current games in our lineup. Games are also replayed throughout the week, so check our program guide on our webpage at OrionONTV.org for replay times that best fit your viewing schedule. Also visit our YouTube link for games on demand, OrionONTV.org.
Connor O'Rourke was the shaken up player. He came jogged off under his own power. It's 1st and 10 for Lake Orion. Novak and Cooper are the wide receivers. Vasquez and Payne are in the slot. Roberson breaking it outside, and he got double teamed and dropped at the 30-yard line. No gain. Katie was one of them to stop it. Sean Wilson, senior captain, also in on the tackle. So it's 2nd and 8. Double wide, double wing. Vasquez on the handoff. He's over the 45 down to the 44, and it'll be 3rd down. Double slot to the right. Roberson trying to get it upfield, just won't get there.
Got a hold on the, or I assume a hold on the backside here, penalty.
And Johnson was the one that trailed him and brought him down.
It's one of those things that they call the.
Well, here, do you want to redo 3rd down, or do you want to keep the down box moving? Penalties decline, move the down box.
It's one of those things where it happened so far away from the play. The play was going to the right. The whole held came back on the left side of the line, and it's just so frustrating if you're watching that the next day in film. Is like, that's a block you don't need to make, or a hold you don't need to make, certainly. They've declined it. They're taking the play.
4th and 2. The Dragons are going to go for it. Twins left, single wide right. TR got Novak. He's got it to touchdown Lake Orion Dragons on 4th and 2. Great call play, Coach Bell.
Yeah, it was. Novak was wide open, had to come back for the ball a little bit because it was a little bit underthrown. I thought that was going to give Jay Cady enough time to get back and knock it down, and Novak did a nice job going up for it, coming down with it, taking it in from 42 yards out.
The old wide receivers coach says go up and get it.
And that he did.
Hoffman on for the extra point. Vasquez holding. Ball's down, kick is up. Kick is good. 5:02 to go in the first half. It's now Lake Orion 21, Oxford 14.
Good play action fake, linebackers bite, and you know, Katie was beat off the line of scrimmage. He thought it was going to be a run too. Novak did a nice job going up to get it, finding that way, getting it in the end zone. 14
And
straight points by the Dragons.
Brody Moore, number 42, did a great job of coming over from his safety position after Katie fell down and just about caught Novak as he went in the end zone.
6 plays, 75 yards, time of possession 2 minutes, 17 seconds, a 42-yard touchdown pass from T.R. Hill to Dom Novak.
And we mentioned it last year. You could just see the growth by T.R. Hill game to game to game.
Well, now you've added that. If you can start adding that passing element that you saw there to the speed that he's got on the perimeter, to the backs that he's handing the ball off to, Payne and Roberson and Vasquez. I mean, again, pick your poison now if you're defensively. Who are you going to stop? Just try to stop one. You focus all your efforts on one. There's other guys that can beat you.
Look, TR knows this is his team. I asked him, in pregame, and I just thought I'd slip it in. I said, "How do you like your team?" He said, "I love my team." So he knows he is the leader of this team.
Growing up right in front of our eyes.
Absolutely. Line drive kick out of bounds at the 4. And that is another period of growth for the Dragons. It's a new kicker this year. He did a little bit last year, but it's the maturation process. And it is a process because, I was talking with Coach Blackstock about it. It's one of those things that at least every 3 years, the roster turns over, and you always have to teach again.
Well, that's what makes good coaches good coaches.
Absolutely.
Because you're always wanting to develop, you're always wanting to build programs, you're always wanting to teach and provide knowledge. And that's what's so rewarding about coaching too, because you see that growth, that maturation, that development.
No question. First down, toss back to Preston Wilder. He's a freshman, folks, number 32. Up on the varsity. So lost 3 at second down and 13 from the 32-yard line. Twins right, single wide left, single back in the backfield. Hendricks on the run.
We got 3 penalties back here in the backfield or at the line of scrimmage.
Hendricks executed a great play fake and took off.
It's interesting that Luke Johnson has not been in there on those first 2 plays of this series.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's one of those situations where they're giving him a break as he's playing both sides of the ball. It could very well be.
Face mask against the Dragons. It's going to move the ball down to the 44-yard line of Lake Orion. It's a 15-yard face mask. Hendricks got pressure. Down he goes at midfield.
Couldn't tell if he tripped up over his own guy. Graffer ended up touching him down, but
Negri was back there too. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if one of them got him.
Forced him up in the pocket and got tripped up, and 6-yard loss.
So it's second down and 16.
And that's the thing. We don't have height and weights on here. It doesn't look like Hendricks is all that big, that tall.
No. Toss back. Wilder on the run. Gets a few. It'll be third down and 14 from the Dragon 48.
I mentioned the fact that Luke Johnson has not been in on this drive. He's over there. He's over there close to the coaches. He's on the sideline coaching up.
Yeah.
So I think he's okay. They're just probably giving him a break this drive.
So Twins come right, single wide left, single back alongside Hendricks. Hendricks back, looks, throws. Incomplete right through the hands of Jake Champagne.
Yeah, Champagne runs a nice route. He's open initially. The ball's thrown a little behind him by Hendricks. So Champagne had to come back. It was a back hip throw. It's a tough ball to catch as you're trying to come across the middle. Brings up fourth down, though, for the Wildcats.
They have shown no propensity that they're going to punt, and they're not. Hendricks back, looks, throws, intercepted. Coming back the other way.
We've got a flag thrown way back at the 18-yard line.
Grady Harbin picked it off and brought it back. You're right, that penalty flag is down at the 17.
Coach Bell's saying they're waving it off, and sure enough, they are.
They are. Dragons ball. Nice interception by that young man.
Yes, that's one of those things, but that's also one of those things where do you say, knock it down, take the ball at the where you have, you know, that's one of those things. It's a coaching point, right?
But you know what? When you see the ball and it comes in that big.
I know.
So 1st and 10 for the Dragons at the 43. They come out Twins right, single wide left. TR back, looks, throws, going deep. Got a receiver in just off the hands of Vasquez. TR threw a good ball, put it right there.
It was, and it was a good ball. Evan Geringer was right in his hip pocket, Vasquez's hip pocket, and I thought for a second he was going to have him, but knocked down incomplete. And that's just going to be interesting to see. 2:12 left. Lake Orion's got 2 timeouts left. Can they convert before the half?
Trips right, single wide left. Roberson, the lone setback. On 2nd down. Draw to Billy. Up to midfield. It'll be 3rd down and about 3.
Reed Swiskowski in on a stop for the Wildcats. Got plenty of time. Don't have to rush it.
DeBrinket comes in as a fullback. Billy got the 1st down and more. Run out of bounds about the 38-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Dragons. Minute 35 to go here in the 2nd quarter.
Just look at him run, how hard he runs, and then he just bounces off defenders. Boom, right there. Right there. Boom. Cuts it outside. The defender came into the hole, he bounced to the outside and gets about 7-8 more.
And that's a sign of a good runner. The legs are moving, the head is totally still. 1st and 10 for the Dragons. TR around left end, breaks a tackle, 1st down or close to it.
They got Dom Novak on the edge with a hold.
Yeah.
He knew right away.
So while the officials talk it over, we'll get the sign from referee Wally Rose. Yep. So 10-yard penalty brings it back to the Oxford 46-yard line, where it's 1st and 16. TR back to pass, looks, going deep, going for Raymond Payne. He was double covered. He just couldn't break the double coverage.
Dom Novak came on a crossing route underneath. He was open. He would have been running all day if TR was able to see him.
So it'll be 2nd and 16.
Now it's one of those things, even though that ball was incomplete, you've got to now defensively, you've got to understand that they're trying to spread you out, not only horizontally, but vertically as well with that speed. Oh, we got movement. We got movement on the far side.
TR going deep, got a receiver. Touchdown, Vasquez.
We got movement on the far side.
Yep, it's coming back.
Yep, Jamari Cooper moved just before the snap. He wasn't set.
And Coach Bell's almost out to the hash mark, trying to figure out, getting an explanation. Yep. And about 5,000 coaches in the stands voiced their displeasure.
Just beating yourself, that's all you're doing. You're beating yourself. You're not getting set, hold on the perimeter. Got to clean that stuff up.
So it is 2nd down and 21. Trips right. TR back. Going deep again. And there was some jostling going on between Vasquez and Luke Johnson. And no flag called.
Jostling, that's your word of choice, huh?
Well, mugging would be
incidental contact.
Mugging,
I don't know. Yeah,
mugging would be too impolite of a term. So it's 3rd down and 21. TR back, got pressure, sets up a screen to Roberson. Cuts it outside, and he's down at the 40. It'll be 4th down and 12. And they're going to have to get a playoff. There are under 45 seconds left in the half. Let's see where we're at. We're at 37 seconds and 25 seconds on the play clock. And the Dragons are going to call timeout. So now they stop the clock with 29.3 seconds to go and 25 seconds on the play clock, but the clock will start on the snap. So it's 4th and 13.
the stands are packed. There's standing room only around the perimeter of the field to the south here. The kids are waiting. We got all these youth cheerleaders down here. We got the band ready to go down the far corner. I mean, it just like.
What an atmosphere.
It is.
Yeah.
I know we say it every week when we're here.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we all know how special this rivalry is, these two communities are, and how much, the game of football, just high school football, just brings these communities together. It's pretty special.
TR back, looks, throws, incomplete. So the Dragons turn the ball over on downs with 23.8 seconds Oxford will get the ball at their own 41-yard line. They still have time for a couple plays. Yeah, they do have all the cheerleaders from as little as they come to the varsity cheer squad. Hendricks in the gun. Back, looks, throws, tipped at the line and incomplete. It'll be second down with 20 seconds left.
Samuel Blakely, big Samuel Blakely knocked that ball down to the line of scrimmage. If you can't get to the quarterback, get your hands up on the way to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did there.
Knock it down. Double wide, double slot. Hendricks looks, throws. Got a receiver. Brought down in Dragon territory. Oxford's going to call a timeout with 12.
We got personal foul, too, in the backfield here on Hendricks. Or on the Dragons, against Hendricks, I should say. Late hit.
Yep. And that's going to be 15 more yards. And now they have a first down from the 30 with 12.9 seconds to go.
And one timeout.
And one timeout. And they just took it. So they will call 2 plays from the sidelines. They'll try to either take a shot to the end zone or work it to the side. We will be back here next Friday night for Lake Orion West Bloomfield. That will be the 15th of September. They're going to try a field goal now from 47 yards out. Jay Cady.
Interesting call with 12.9 seconds left. You had a timeout.
Brody Moore is the holder. Ball is down, kick is up, and the kick is no good. Wide right. 7.2 seconds to go. The Dragons will get the ball back, and the Dragons will get the ball to start.
Interesting decision there, because if the ball starts when the play's put in on a first down, you go clock it, run a play, then you've got a timeout to use. If you gain yardage, you're closer. You still got a timeout to use before your kick. So interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Obviously, the kid's got a big leg, and he can make it. But at the same time, you would think you'd want to get a little bit closer.
He had the distance. Just pushed it to the right. So the Dragons are going to take a knee and end the first half. We've played a half. The Lake Orion Dragons lead the Oxford Wildcats 21-14. Halftime is underwritten by Molossus Palace Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, located at 3800 South Lapeer Road in Lake Orion. Molossus Palace has been serving Lake Orion's automotive needs since the 1960s. Give them a call at 248-393-2222 for more information. And the Detroit Wing Company. Established in January of 2023, Detroit Wing Company Oxford, located on the northeast corner of Drainer and Lapeer, offers 20 signature sauces for their classic wings, boneless wings, and hand-battered chicken tenders, with guest favorites including honey barbecue, garlic parmesan, classic buffalo, honey chipotle, whiskey barbecue, and sweet heat. The menu also includes signature crispy chicken sandwiches, mac and cheese, poutine, and more. For more information about Detroit Wing Company, visit their website, DetroitWingCompany.com. We'll be right back.
There are very few traditions in our country as enduring, engaging, and meaningful as high school football on Friday nights. Every Friday night in the fall, about 7,000 high school football games involving more than 1 million student athletes are held from coast to coast. Football has been a part of our nation's high schools for more than 100 years. High school football fosters a strong sense of community. It is the most popular boys' sport and is our nation's #1 spectator sport. The people in the stands aren't just fans. They're moms and dads, grandparents, sisters and brothers. They're local store owners and neighbors from down the street. They're former players and coaches. And their fellow students. Win or lose, their support and pride for their school and community are always there. Why play high school football? High school football equips young people for success in both the classroom and in life by inspiring character, leadership, resilience, teamwork, discipline, physical fitness, time management, community engagement, and other important life skills. Also through football, students develop essential skills for participating in other sports during the winter and spring seasons. The sport of football provides opportunities for students with any skill and size. The relationships, bonds, and camaraderie built both on and off the field will last a lifetime. The health and safety of students is a paramount goal of high school football. Like other contact sports, there is an inherent risk in playing football. However, the NFHS wants parents to know that we believe high school football is safer today than it ever has been. The following steps have been taken to create a safer high school football experience. Concussion awareness and management protocols for football. Education and professional development for football coaches. Football injury surveillance and research studies. Restrictions on helmet-to-helmet contact hits and blindside blocks. Limits on contact in football practice. Risk minimization focus by the NFHS Football Rules Committee. Ongoing improvements in football equipment. Emergency action plans and AEDs in place and ready to use in schools nationwide. As it has been for many years, high school football continues to be a significant part of communities across the country. The NFHS is committed to keeping the lights on and keeping the game as safe as possible for the millions of kids who will play for years to come. Contact your local middle school or high school to learn more and sign up to play football today.
Oxford football is brought to you by the Detroit Wing Company of Oxford, located on the northeast corner of Drainer and Lapeer. Offers 20 signature sauces for their classic wings, their boneless wings. The menu also includes signature crispy chicken sandwiches, mac and cheese, poutine, and so much more. Happy hour, 20% off wings, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. until 4 p.m. Stop by and pick up your entire tailgate for the big game.
Bank, we know providing the best banking experience comes from building long-lasting relationships with you and the communities we serve. That's why we've been striving to do this since our inception in 1884. We've learned a thing or two about what it means to have a friend you can bank on. Providing quality products to help you achieve your financial goals, we strive to offer a personalized approach, community involvement, and innovative ways to meet our customers wherever they are. Bank online or in person. Oxford Bank, delivering value for life. Proud sponsor of Oxford football.
Just about ready to start the second half. The Lake Orion Dragons lead the Oxford Wildcats 21-14. Chris, you got some halftime stats.
Yeah, it's some team stats. 277 total yards for the Dragons, 190 on the ground, 87 through the air. Billy Roberson, 130 yards in the first half, 1 touchdown, which was the first touchdown of the Dragons, a 75-yard touchdown run. That was the first touchdown. T.R. Hill had a 5-yard touchdown run. That second touchdown of the game for the Dragons. And then the next drive, a 42-yard touchdown pass from T.R. Hill to Dominic Novak for the 21 points for the Dragons. The Oxford Wildcats started the game by scoring first, getting on the board first, a 56-yard touchdown run by Luke Johnson. He's got over 100 yards. He's actually got 147 yards in the first half, 2 touchdowns, a 56-yard touchdown run, and a 3-yard touchdown run. And so that's what we see so far in this first half. It's 21-14, a lot of yards on the ground, Roberson and Luke Johnson, but it's starting to open up a little bit. Lake Orion in the last couple series has started to open up, putting the ball in the air. So again, like I mentioned earlier, you're starting to spread the defense horizontally and vertically as well. And now what do you do defensively if you're the Wildcats?
And those stats for Luke Johnson, that's keeping in mind that they pulled him for part of the second quarter. So the Dragons will get the ball to start off. Jay Cady has it teed up on the 40. And Jackson Vasquez and Raymond Payne. No, it's not Raymond Payne. Who else is that back deep? Is that Roberson? Is that number 3? Yeah, it is Billy. Trying to reverse his field, trying to get outside. He does and gets out of bounds on the 29-yard line. We're not used to seeing Billy back there returning kicks, but he brought that one back for about 25 yards.
Another score in the OAA Red at halftime. Clarkston 21. They were 0-2 coming into today's game against 2-0 Rochester Adams. Clarkston 21, Rochester Adams 7.
Yeah, we said that Clarkston's too good to be 0-2.
Who was that? But Dennis Green? They are who we thought they were.
There we go. Broke a podium saying it. TR leads them out. Billy Roberson stays in the backfield. Looks like they're going to have twins left, Vasquez and Payne. Billy trying to break it outside, cuts it upfield for about 4. It'll be second down from the 32. Entertaining first half.
Billy's tapping his helmet. He wants to come out. If he's gassed or got hit, he get some water.
Travis Acker checks in at the tailback position. He's a junior. TR on the carry over midfield into Oxford territory at the 48-yard line. He's just...
Nice little play flow here. You got the fake coming through. There's the fake, and he keeps it on the edge, and he's got Vasquez there on the option formation if he wanted to ultimately pitch. He never looked at Vasquez on the pitch opportunity. He kept the ball and got it into Oxford territory for a first down.
1st and 10 for the Dragons. Double wide, double slot. TR again on the carry for about 5. Puts his head down. Gets it down to the 43-yard line. It'll be 2nd down. Just underway here in the second half. I'm Doug Corliss. He's Chris Fishing next to me. And the Dragons are leading 21-14. Double wide, double slot for the Dragons. Roberson's back in. Raymond Payne. Billy gets stoned at the line. He just ran into a wall. A great rush by the Oxford front 4 just stood up the Lake Orion offensive line, and Billy had no place to go.
Yeah, 44. Reed Swiskowski did a nice job of making that penetration and stopping Roberson. Big 3rd down play early on for the Dragons.
3rd and 7. TR back, looks, breaks it out right, comes back left. He's got open field in front of him. Got a first down and more. Breaks a tackle inside the 15. What a run by TR Hill.
We have a penalty at the 31-yard line. Great. Look at the time. Look at the offensive line. The time TR has got to be able to throw. And then it's just becoming an athlete and being an athlete and knowing where to go. With good vision.
Right there. He should have been stopped. And he gets another 15 yards afterwards.
And you notice that at the very end? He's not a kid who's going to run out of bounds. He's going to put that shoulder down and go.
Illegal block in the back by the Dragons. It'll be 3rd down and 4 from the 41-yard line. Trips right, single wide left. Novak split left. TR back, looks, throws, caught. 1st down Dragons. Raymond Payne at the 35. So the Dragons airing it out a little bit here to start the second half.
And this is last year, again, going back to last year, they weren't able to do this with consistency last year. Right. Now they're starting to do that. And as they start to get into week 3, week 4, week 5, and beyond, you're now opening up so many more opportunities offensively for this Dragon offense.
Billy Roberson on the quick handoff. Breaks it outside. He's got a first down to the 21.
He runs with an attitude. I mean, look at this. Look at this run. Cut there. Bounce it back outside. Use the blockers. Payne's there to just shield. Doesn't get his hands on anybody, but Shields does enough to get Roberson an extra 10 to 12 yards.
And just pushed Brady Moore out of his way. Jamari Cooper splits wide right. Novak split left. Payne's in the slot. Handoff up the middle to Vasquez. He got a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, the captain, Sean Wilson, made the play.
We have an Oxford player down. We have 8:52 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Dragons up by 7. Hey, during this sports season, Orion Neighborhood Television will be covering a large variety of games. Our sports coverage will include varsity football, like tonight, volleyball, boys soccer, and more. Select games will be streamed live on dragonbroadcasting.org and will be replayed on our channel Comcast Channel 10 and AT&T Channel 99. Visit ONTV.org for our program schedule. This game will be on. And we'll remind you again that filmmakers, be ready. The Wildwood Film Festival will be kicking off on Thursday, October 5th at the ONTV studio located at 1349 Joslin Road. Teams will be given their requirements, which include a prop, location, and line of dialogue that is to be included in their film. You will have until 6 p.m. on Tuesday, October 10th, to submit the film. On Wednesday, the 11th, the films will be viewed and judged at 7 p.m. at the Oxford 7 Cinema in Oxford. Open to all ages. It costs $25 per team to enter, and the winners will receive a cash prize. The contest benefits the North Oakland Community Coalition Program. To register, go to www.orionontv.org or call 248-393-1060. Number 50, Adam Maxfield, senior lineman, is the injured player. Oops, I just read the wrong number 50. Number 50 is Charles Campbell, senior lineman. Thank you, Chris. That's why I'm glad you're back, just keeping me straight. Billy on a run around the right side, tries to cut it outside. He does. Backs into a couple tacklers around the 15-yard line. It'll be third down and about 4. The scoreboard's calling it 3rd and 5, but I really think it's 3rd and 4. Under 8:30 to go here in the third. Dom Novak splits wide left. Double slot with Payne and Vasquez. Payne in motion. Double reverse. Vasquez. He's got the first down at the 10. A lot of motion there. Payne took the handoff, handed it to Vasquez, and he turned on the jets going upfield. So first and goal from the 10. TR on the run. Cuts it upfield. Touchdown, Lake Orion Dragons. TR Hill. There's only one way you do that, Chris, and that's with flat-out speed.
Yeah, I mean, you get him on the perimeter and get that ball in his hand, and then, boy, oh, boy, I mean, he doesn't want to go down. He didn't go down. He got in the end zone. Again, that's why they call him TR. Touchdown run once again.
So Hoffman comes on to try the extra point. Vasquez will hold. High snap. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 7:34 to play here in the third. The Dragons now lead 28-14.
Good fake to Roberson, and now just beats the kid to the edge. He does. Nice block. All it did was he shielded number 6, Jay Cady. Cut back inside, TR did, and got into the end zone. There's your chest bump or high five, or whatever you call it nowadays. 10 plays. Great way to start the second half. 10 plays. 72 yards, 4 minutes and 14 seconds, a 5-yard touchdown run by T.R. Hill, his second of the night.
Hey, go mobile with ONTV anytime. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter. I guess Twitter's called what, X now?
X.
Yeah. And YouTube on your mobile devices. Connect with Orion Neighborhood Television to see what's happening in our studio, see upcoming events, and watch ONTV programs in high definition on demand. Orion Neighborhood Television, working to bring Lake Orion to the world. And wherever you are in the world tonight, watching this on a streaming service, glad you're with us on kind of a misty Friday night. Kickoff goes down to the 3. Brought back to the 30 and more. Owen Pavlock on the return. And Oxford will take over 1st and 10 on their own 46-yard line.
And that's one thing the last couple games Lake Orion's kind of struggled with is the field possession on special teams and stuff. And so Oxford's had some good starts to their drives. Lake Orion's now scored 21 straight points, but special teams is something that's going to have to be tweaked and worked on over the course of time to not give your opponent a great starting field position like they have now.
Handoff to Preston Wilder, gets a couple. And part of that, Chris, is Hoffman is line driving his kicks. There's no hang time, so your coverage can't get down there.
Good point.
Once he learns how to get some air under those balls and get the coverage unit underneath, it'll take care of itself. And that's all part of the learning and the evolution of a kicker.
There has got to be something wrong with Luke Johnson. I'm wondering he's not out there again for this series. Fumble!
Falls on the ground. Dragons say they have it. And the officials agree with them.
DeGraffenried comes up with the ball. Let's see the stick. Good penetration by big number 79, Samuel Blakely. Boom! There's
right
the
there.
Head on the ball. Nice form tackle. Ball comes loose. DeGraffenried sees that ball, fights for that ball, comes up with that ball.
Boy, who made that hit? Because that was textbook.
That's the way you teach it. That's the way you do it.
That'll make Coach Powell happy in film study tomorrow. Double slot to the left. Raymond Payne cuts it upfield and gets a gain of about 8 before he's brought down, and the Dragons are on the move again. Second and 2 as we close in on the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. Dragons up by 14, looking to add. Motion this side, double reverse. Payne got the first down. And about 3 more.
That's just a tough play to defend. They've run that a number of times tonight. You got fast flow coming one way, all of a sudden it's coming back the opposite way, and you got guys that are making that transition with the football who've got some tremendous speed. So your eyes are flowing one way, it comes back the other way. You've got to be disciplined defensively to be able to stop that.
And Coach Bell, when he came back, brought that sweep back, that jet motion, call it whatever you will. But you've got to have, you're right, you've got to have speed to do it. TR on the pitch back to Vasquez. He got maybe a yard. It'll be second down.
So that option play is just an extension of what TR was doing early on when Vasquez was trailing him. He was keeping. That time he looked at Vasquez, made the pitch, only a gain of a yard. But again, that's how one play design helps set up another play design. You saw that right there.
Novak split wide. Vasquez in motion. Billy Roberson, quick hitter. Up the middle for about 2 or 3 more. They're going to mark it on the 32-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down and 6. And Jamari Cooper splits out wide every time. He's got to get a ball thrown to him. TR rolls right, looks, he's going to run it. He's got the 1st down and more.
I think he was looking for Jamari out there.
I think he was.
But when he saw that green grass, he said, you know what, I'm going to keep it and go. And smart decision, gets the 1st down.
Yeah, you know, we see the evolution of him not only athletically, because he is a tremendous athlete, but running the offense, taking what the defense gives him. Handoff, Vasquez around left end for about 7. Let's call it 8. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm going to call out Raymond Payne on that because he was in the slot that time to the left-hand side. Did a great job on his block of Andrew Barrett to spring that carry for 7 yards.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of the offensive line gets overlooked because they're up front 5 doing a great job, but at the same time,
ball's on the ground and
still on the ground.
Yeah.
I was about to say the offensive line is doing a great job of blocking up front, but those perimeter guys too, those outside guys too, those wide receivers, those split receivers, those slot receivers, they got to do just as well on the perimeter to spring guys free.
Dragons recover. Chris, that play never really got set up.
No, I don't know if TR ever got it into Roberson's hand or he bobbled it or grabbed for it, or I don't know, the high snap or high handoff, I should say, but fortunate for the Dragons, they got it back. Now they're just playing the tempo game, right?
Yeah.
You got the play clock to be able to work with. You got to. Looks like they're going to call a timeout.
Yeah, I think it took a long time for that play to get in. So the Dragons call timeout with 2:32 to go in the 3rd. They lead by 14. I lost where I'm at with our reads. I think we've done them all. So we'll do them all over again. Hey, thanks to Orion Neighborhood Television and Dragon Broadcasting, you can watch Lake Orion High School sports live online all year. We've got a full schedule of varsity football, volleyball, and more this fall, plus concerts and ceremonies. It costs less than $11 per month to watch sporting events, and half of that money goes back to the Lake Orion High School program. Be sure to designate Lake Orion High School when you set up your account. Get started at www.dragonbroadcasting.org. Orion Neighborhood Television thanks our student crews for their hard work and dedication for bringing Dragon sports to the world. We have 2 of them up here tonight. Carter Doolittle is working our graphics tonight, and Aiden Novak is keeping stats for Chris tonight. TR on a carry, gets flattened. Looks like Jay Cady stuck a hand out and tripped him up. So it'll be 3rd down 4th down and 4. We got some changes going there. We're going to have a field goal attempt. It's going to be a 30-yard attempt by Bill Hoffman. Vasquez holding. Ball's down, kick is up. And the kick is good. From 30 yards out, and the Dragons increase their lead to 31-14.
Got that ball up high. I mean, there was good penetration there by the Wildcats, but Hoffman got that ball up high and up and in for 3.
So, the Dragons trying to stay undefeated with West Bloomfield coming in next week. West Bloomfield was playing Stony Creek tonight.
Limited scores on my my ticker here tonight.
There is a fine mist blowing out of the north. Coach Bell looked at the weather radar pregame and he said, how can it be cloudy? And showed the weather radar. There wasn't a cloud in the sky by radar. Ball's taken on the 3. That's a little better. He got some air under it and they swarm him down at the 26-yard line. So the Wildcats take over 1st and 10 on their own 26, a minute 32 to go here in the 3rd.
Of note, Luke Johnson is back in the game. He was out there that last defensive series for the Wildcats. He's now in at running back for them. It's almost like, and I don't know exactly when Luke went out, but it's almost like when he went out, their offense bogged down, and Lake Orion started taking over. Lake Orion scored 24 straight points. They were down 14-7 at one point in time.
Luke Johnson on the carry, and he went nowhere. They got him for a yard loss. Looked like Carson Negre was in there. So it'll be 2nd down and 11. 2 wide out, split right. Hendricks being chased. Throws, got it complete to Jay Cady. He picked up a block and is pushed out of bounds by Austin Kahn.
Yeah, I don't know how Hendricks avoided the rush from McCartan here. You see that McCartan just comes in untouched, and McCartan ended up attacking that front shoulder. You got to be able to attack that back shoulder, that throwing shoulder, so that doesn't allow them to get that ball out into the flat to Cady. He was able to do so. Nice play by the Wildcats, 1st down.
So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Single back in the backfield. Handoff on the end around and tackled.
Andrew Parker coming from a secondary position. Nice play.
Brought down Liam O'Neill. 2-yard loss. It's 2nd and 12. I'm sorry, Chris.
No, I was going to say, I talked to Coach Blackstock earlier about before the game, too, about his secondary. And he's really pleased with the development, the progress they've made. Yeah, I know you mentioned it earlier, too, but he couldn't talk highly enough about how they've come along.
They're going to let the quarter end. We go to the 4th. The Lake Orion Dragons lead the Oxford Wildcats 31-14. And Chris, looking at this mist that's coming across, and the flag is blowing pretty good out of the north. So Oxford's going to be going into the 4th quarter.
And we're inside in the booth, staying dry.
Staying dry.
At least for the interim.
We haven't done post game yet. But it's great to be home. When I first looked at the schedule, it looked like Lake Orion was going to have 5, possibly 6 home games this year. But things got shuffled around, and we have 4 home games. We have tonight against Oxford, West Bloomfield. Is Clarkston here, I believe? I think Clarkston is here.
Clarkston and Farmington.
Farmington, yeah.
I take that back. Stony Creek. West Bloomfield, Stony Creek, right. Clarkston and Farmington, yes.
So first, second down and 12 for Oxford. They're going back in their huddle. I'm kind of impressed with Jack Hendricks. He's only a sophomore. They'll get a couple more years out of him. But he's thrown a good ball tonight and really hasn't let the moment get too big for him.
It's just when we're talking about schedules, we're talking about OAA Red, the juggernaut of this division. I mean, Oxford plays Lake Orion right now, and next week they go against Adams, and they go against Clarkston, then they go against West Bloomfield.
Hendricks on the run. He dodged a couple tackles. DeGraffenried had him, and he just slipped away from it. So it's 3rd down and 9. DeGraffenried got up a little gingerly. So it's 3rd down. They come out with double wide, double slot look. High snap, ball's on the ground, and Hendricks has to fall on it. Wow. So it's going to be 4th and 20. And Oxford will punt. Vasquez back deep for the Dragons.
You got to wonder if that snap had anything to do with this mist and this wet football, possibly.
Could be. They try to keep the footballs dry. Nice punt. Vasquez going to let it bounce, and it will be downed at the 31-yard line, where the Dragons will take over 1st and 10. 10:21 to go in the game. Dragons up 31-14. If I didn't tell you before, I'll tell you again. Our scoreboard for the second half is brought to you by Builders Custom Flooring, a family-owned and operated flooring business located conveniently in downtown Lake Orion. Their showroom floor features a selection of hardwood flooring, carpet, luxury vinyl, and a wide variety of tile and backsplash. For more information, visit their website at builderscustomflooring.com. Raymond Payne split wide right. Vasquez in the slot. Billy Roberson up the middle. Makes a juke. Got a 1st down and more over the 45. Up near the 48-yard line. It'll be 1st down Lake Orion.
17-yard run for Roberson there. DeBrinket with the lead block. Boom, right there. Nice cut back inside the block of Brandon Nipchik. Look at him just put his head down and move those feet.
Billy's going to come out for a breather. And Travis Acker will take his place at the tailback position. Double wide, double slot. Motion this side, Raymond Payne stood up at the 45-yard line, and they'll mark his forward progress there. It'll be second down.
Stood up but not down. Stood up but not down. Evan Geringer made the initial hit on Payne.
So it's 2nd and 3. Jamari Cooper lined up again on the right. Vasquez in a slot right. T.R. Hill gets a first down and more inside the 40 to the 38. Another first down for the Dragons. And the clock will keep running as soon as they reset the chains.
The decision making of T.R. Hill tonight is what I've been impressed with.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
I just, and we've talked about it many times already, just the growth and the maturation from last year. But the decision making, I like I said, I've been impressed with the ability to pull that ball out that time and keep it and get on the edge, get the first down, knowing where the chains are, things like that.
And Travis Acker gets a carry. He got about 6. Call it 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 34.
The other thing I will say about TR is that, you know, he looks very, very poised, very, very calm. Nothing, you know, he doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low. Yeah, he gets excited after big runs and stuff like that, big touchdowns. But boy, oh boy, just the composure out there.
Yep.
You're seeing it happen right in front of us.
Raymond Payne on the handoff. Tries to cut inside, gets near the first down. He's going to be about a half a yard short. They got him marked down at the 31. The head linesman that came in marked him down closer to the 30. But the line judge had him marked at the 31, and he was closest to the play. So they're calling it 3rd and 2.
Ooh.
Ball's on the ground. Oxford saying they have it.
Yeah, Billy never had the ball in his hands.
No.
Second time that's happened tonight.
And the Dragons retain possession.
Is that a first down signal? Just retaining the possession, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
That's correct.
Okay.
It is going to be. Let's see.
Let's see if we can see where that ball is handed off, because I think that's the second time.
Yep.
Yep.
He just never.
I think that the pocket was big enough. TR is just not placing that ball, setting that ball into the pocket. He needs to do a better job of that, following his eyes into the pocket of Roberson there, so it gets there. That's his job as a quarterback.
I saw the same thing, but couldn't put it in the same words you did. You did it very eloquently. Thank you.
Roberson's job is to feel that ball, but have his vision up, and so he can see where the cuts are and the holes are. TR's job is to get that ball in the pocket.
He's got to get that into his gut so Billy feels it coming in. Yes. So 4th and 1, full house backfield for the Dragons. First down, Lake Orion. We've seen that for how many years on short yardage situations. They get a full house backfield, and one of the 3 backs gets it, and that's the problem for the defense is knowing which one.
Oh, I think you know which one. It's number 3's going to get it, at least in this case.
Billy checks out. And Acker stays in at tailback. TR under center. Vasquez in motion. He gets the handoff. Goes around the left side. Flag down. They may get Dom Novak on a hold again.
Yes, sir. I think you are correct.
Now they called Raymond Payne on it. So we go back to wide receiver academy. And on those sweeps, what do you tell those outside blockers? Stay square.
Stay square. Keep your hands inside the framework of the defender. The other option is to try to run that defender off so you don't have to engage the hands.
Right. TR back to throw. Rolling, looking. He's going to run it down to the 25 and out of bounds at about the 23. Gehringer chased him out of bounds.
That's another location or another play where I think, it's good decision making by TR. He saw that Vasquez is going down the seam. He was not open, so he pulls it back and creates with his own legs and got 5 out of that play. That's smart. You keep the clock moving, you keep the chains moving a little bit. You gain a 5 yards. Nothing wrong with that.
Down to the 24, where it'll be 2nd and 5. Up the middle goes Acker. He's going to be a couple yards short of the first. It'll be 3rd down and 3. So give Acker 2.
9 plays already in this drive.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to rush. You can be very deliberate. You can be very methodical, and that's what Lake Orion's doing.
Eat the clock.
Use that play clock to your advantage, absolutely.
This offense is so suited to eat up clock. Keep it on the ground, get chunk yardage. That's been Coach Bell's mantra. We have a delay of game.
Now, don't eat that much clock up, though.
No, don't eat that much. Keep an eye on those big clocks in the end zone. So that'll back it up 5. It'll now make it a 3rd down and 8. And we're at the 5-minute mark of the 4th quarter. Billy does. Oh, that was Raymond Payne, and he got swarmed under as he tried to make his cut, and it'll be 4th down.
Sean Wilson was a half step slow from sacking TR Hill right there. He got the ball off to Payne just in time, but didn't go anywhere. He actually lost a yard or 2.
So what do? You're on your own 28-yard line. You have a 4th and 10. A punt doesn't do you much good unless you can aim it for the corner.
A field goal attempt is fairly long, but at the same time, if you miss it, you take it to the 20. You might as well go for it, right?
Well, and they are going to go for it. Acker stays in at the tailback position. I think they're just giving Billy a rest. He's had a heavy workload tonight. From the gun, double wide, double slot. TR looks, throws, got a receiver, caught.
Jamari Cooper, you
Jamari
called it
Cooper.
you called him earlier. You got to get him a ball. You got him a
That's
big
it.
ball, yeah. 22-yard gain, nice.
Congratulations, young man. You deserve that one. And
Little double move. He took it to the inside and then broke it to the outside, found that opening in the zone.
talk about coming up clutch.
Nice job of that offensive line. Nice protection. TR was able to sit back and pitch and catch and for 22 yards and inside the 10.
So 1st and goal from the 8. Acker on the run gets it down to the 5. It'll be 2nd and goal. Dragons looking to add to their lead late in the game. 3:55 to go. Novak split wide to the left. Vasquez in motion. Raymond Payne, touchdown, Lake Orion Dragons. Made it look easy. And that is a testament to that offensive line to seal off that right side, left side of that Oxford line.
The offensive line, the discipline, the backfield flow, all that, the timing of it all.
Yeah.
You know, the precision of the way they're running that offense. 38 points later, well, hopefully 38 points later.
Hoffman, ball is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 3:28 to go. It's now Lake Orion 38 and Oxford 14.
You know, one of the things Coach Bell said at the beginning of the year in one of the local publications is that, you know, he can see the kids becoming a little bit more familiar with what they're doing, especially offensively. You know, they return a ton of talented football players, and Coach Bell said he thought that this might be one of his more talented, hardworking teams the school has ever had, and so he's setting the high expectations and for them this season, and you're seeing this team grow.
Yeah.
Over the first third of the season so far, and again, it was 14-7. Now they've scored 31 straight.
You know, that's saying a lot because he had a team that went to the semifinals and the state finals within 3 years, and you know there was a lot of talent on that team.
How about this 13-play, 69-yard drive? Time of possession, 6 minutes and 53 seconds, a 5-yard touchdown run by Payne.
And the kickoff goes out of bounds.
So when your ability to be up 31-14 at the time and run off an almost 7-minute drive in the fourth quarter, that's the way you win football games.
Absolutely. And we're going to get some substitutions in on the Dragon defense. Parker Gannon checks in as a safety position. Tyler Ratliff checks in at a defensive end. Defensive tackle, I'm sorry. Handoff. Chuck McConey, and he's stoned.
There you are, Tyler Ratliff. That's a good win for Lake Orion for obvious reasons. I mean, again, it's your rivals, but it's the first game in the OAA Red, and you know what? Games like this can build confidence. Games like this against your rival, again within division, can really start to establish that confidence you need to make it through that juggernaut of the next 4 games that you're going to experience. Goes a long way.
Hendricks back, throws, incomplete, intended for Liam O'Neill, and he never really got out of his break, and the ball was too far in front of him. So that'll be 3rd down and 13. And the clock stops on the incomplete pass with 2:43 to go. We mentioned it again, next week the West Bloomfield Lakers come in to take on the Lake Orion Dragons. Hope you can be here. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock next Friday night. Handoff. McConey again. It's going to be Troy Pakmara on the stop. It's going to be 4th and 9. And it looks like Drew Cady is going to punt. Vasquez sets up office on his 30. High kick. Fair catch called for on the 33 and made. So the Dragons will take over with 1:54 to go. 67 yards from their end zone. We're going to get some substitutions in for the Dragons. Number 10, Brody Thompson, sophomore quarterback. Handoff around the right side to Austin Shimmings, number 26. He goes down for no gain around left end. They're going to give him no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 as we close in on 1:30 to go. Handoff up the middle goes nowhere. Unpiled to see.
There it is, Doug. You've seen that before, haven't you?
The 00 trophy, yeah, we've seen it a couple times. It's funny, when this series resumed in 2009, you know, the trophy was almost an afterthought. It was just getting these two teams playing again. Double wide, double slot. Handoff around the right side. Grady Harbin, who had the interception earlier in the game, and we're ticking off the last 30 seconds. The Dragons don't have to snap it.
It's not an afterthought now.
No, on a cold, misty night in Lake Orion, the Dragons have defeated the Oxford Wildcats 38-14. What an offensive display T.R. Hill put on tonight. He ran this offense like a well-oiled machine.
I think, you know, TR and obviously Roberson and Payne and Vasquez, yeah. And, you know, the completion from TR Hill. The completion from TR Hill to Dominic Novak. I mean, offensively, they did a nice job. Defensively, once they figured out how to stop Johnson, you know, it was a different ball game.
Yeah. And like you said, I don't know if he was hurt, but he didn't play much in the second and third quarters. And let's face it, Oxford didn't get the ball much in the fourth quarter. So that's our score. We'll be back from the field. You're watching exclusive coverage of Lake Orion Dragon football here on Orion Neighborhood Television. We'll be right back. Down on the field after the Lake Orion Dragons have a convincing win over the Oxford Wildcats 38-14. And Coach Bell is making his way over here. Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Before we get into what happened tonight, we all know about Billy.
Yep.
We all know about DeGraff and Reed. Talk about the evolution of your quarterback.
He's playing great football. He makes good decisions. He's one of our biggest weapons. He can run it. He can throw it. He's smart. He's calling some plays out there that he sees. He's worked very, very hard in the off season. He's worked very hard all summer with Coach Fisher, and I can't say enough good things about him. He's accurate. He's tough. You know, our concern, we just have to keep him healthy. But he's playing lights out.
Yeah.
Talk about the defense, because you were down 14-7 and Luke Johnson was seemingly going off for Oxford there. And at some point, something happened there in that second quarter. You guys end up scoring 31 straight thereafter. What was something done defensively that allowed you to make adjustments to hold him under?
Part of it's just settling down.
Sure.
In tackling. We missed a lot of tackles early on. The other thing is when they run their zone scheme, you know, if you're not staying in your gap, you're allowing for open holes and cutbacks. That's the thing. Sometimes we would play too fast. We would overrun plays. You throw in a missed tackle, and it was big plays. So, and they're very good. They're one of the best zone teams around. And they got a back who runs hard. And, yeah, early on, they were coming off the ball. Mm-hmm. So not only did we have to do a good job against the zone, we had to hold our ground as they were coming off the ball. So it was a good test for us.
Your front four played really well tonight.
Yeah, they do. You know what? They play hard, and we're rotating those guys. And our outside backers, our two bookends, in Katie and Joey. Secondary's been playing well. I love our defense. It's a new scheme. We've gone from the 4-2-5 to more of the hybrid 3-4. So we got to keep getting better every single week.
West Bloomfield comes in next week. What have you seen from them so far?
I haven't seen a lot. You know, they haven't seen any film on them. I'll have all the film this week. I know they returned some really good players, but so do we. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to it. I mean, this is, you know, we've been hopefully growing up the last year and a half, so we're ready to play a big game. And then again, can we beat them? We'll see. I just want our kids just to pin their ears back and give it all they got and give us a shot.
Yeah. Coach, congratulations again.
Thank you.
See you next week for West Bloomfield.
Thank you.
I think with this win this week, it was all phases. Maybe a couple little setbacks on special teams, but the offense and defense played very well.
Yeah, they did, and that's what you need to do to sustain success in this game. You got to be good in all three phases, and that young front defensively, if they start stepping up with that, the secondary and so forth, you start to, again, these are confidence builders, these games, and showing that yes, we can do this, and yes, we can play with teams in this league. And so it's going to be interesting. A great week of practice. They're going to need a great week of practice to prepare for a team like West Bloomfield, who has continuously been there at the top of this league for quite some time now. And so, but darn well, the Dragons coaching staff will have their team ready to go and put in a great week of practice.
That'll wrap it up from here for Chris Fritching, our producer-director Joey Tysick, Joe Johnson. As always, excellence on the sideline. And for all of our Orion Neighborhood Television crew, I'm Doug Corliss. Good night, everyone.